I do apologize for the last stream lagging. I just changed it up a little bit. That is 100% on me. Nothing that... But I'm going to try to fix it for next stream. So sorry for the lower quality, but we should be good to go for this stream. That 41 machine is definitely still trying to hold the lead from that 17, but the 17 is slowly catching him up on the outside lane as the inside is starting to come back into play. But that 17 is going to sneak the lead away just for about a few seconds, not too major. We're going to go to the gearbox of this number 41 machine. You can see the 17 is still definitely trying to use that outside lane momentum to get past. And once again, I do apologize for the last broadcast being decently laggy. That is something with my internet. I'll have to look into it after this race. But we're going to go back here to focusing on the battle for the lead. The 37 is coming into the picture now. The 37 is looking to the inside, but it's still 3 wide for the lead coming off of turn number 2. The 41 is still looking to that inside lane of the 17 machine. We're going to go back here to further in the pack. All the way back here to where Jordan Kuntz is with the number 9 of Chandler Stuckey. As we are battling for the 8th position all the way back here. As Chandler gets into the wall a little bit, gets a little bit of that wall grab. We're going to go back up front here to check on our leaders as the 17 does sneak that lead away from the 41 machine. As he's going to start running the inside lane here at Lanier. You can see inside and outside are both starting to slowly get slicked in with only 28 laps to go here at Lanier National Speedway. You can see the 27, or sorry, the M27, he's ripping the outside lane. He had a great heat race from ripping that outside as the leaders are catching. You can see the rear wing of that 27 is missing. Believe it or not, that is a major slowdown if you do not have a rear wing. The 17 is going to run the same line as the 27, but I think he's going to try to make it 3, sliding up, almost hitting the 27 off of turn number 4. They made contact going into turn number 1 off the front straightaway. The 41 will take back that race lead, and here comes the 11. Do not count that 11J out just yet. The 17 sneaks the lead back. Here comes the 41. The 41 is going to snag the lead at the line, I do believe. And they're doing a little bit of drag race down the back straightaway, but that 17 is holding on strong. Here comes the 41 off of turn 4. The 41 was side by side with the 17. The 17 got the lead that last lap. We're coming down to 20 laps to go here in the next few laps. But that 41, as we see the 61 of David Anderson, goes into pit road to snag that fast repair. That 17 has taken the race lead once again, but do not count the 41 out as the 11 makes a little bit of contact on that rear end of the 41. You can see them starting to use that outside lane where the marbles are, or sorry, not the marbles, the cushion. And you can see that top part's not fully slicked off just yet. We're going to see if they can make something work. But I think that 17 is going to run away with that race lead. Coming down to 18 laps to go. But that 37 is fighting back on that inside for that 11J to try to take away that position for 3rd place. We're going to go back here to the 01 as Jordan and the 01 are battling for 6th position The 01 of Michael Blessing, he has been one of the dominant drivers here in the Dirt Tour, going back-to-back wins at the start of the season. But here comes Jordan slightly. Jordan lost a lot of momentum off of the turn, so we're going to go back up here to the race lead. You can see the 17 has a sizable gap on that 41 machine. We're going to go back here to the 41 as the 11 is going to try to sneak or attempt to hold off third place, but also get second place from that 41 machine. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough. We got 14 laps to go here at Lanier. And so far, so good. The 32 machine of Cooper Sunday does have a little bit of front end damage from some type of contact and or wall hit. But that 17 has fallen back a good chunk. The 41 is starting to battle that 17 for the race lead, as they are going to go side by side into turn number 3, coming off of turn number 4. It'll be a drag race to the line. No, it will not be. 17 will remain in the point or in the race lead. As you can see, there's the gap between the 17 and 41, but there's the 11. It's a 3-way, 4-way battle for the race lead now here at Lanier with 10 laps to go. Or sorry, 11 laps to go. No, sorry, 10 laps to go. Apparently, everything is not wanting to work tonight. The 17 is still trying to hold off on the race lead. We're going to go back here to the 55 of Dylan Anderson. He is trying to make up some ground on that 32 machine. We're going to go over here to the 01 of Michael Blessing. He has taken away 5th position from that 32. We're going to go back here to Jordan Kuntz, trying to fight with the number 9 of Chandler Stuckey, but Chandler has 6th position. We're going to go back over here, check on our leaders, as they are 3 wide for the race lead. Or sorry, not 3 wide. My apologies. I thought that 69 was on the lead lap. The 17 has lost the race lead to the 41 machine, but the 41 has to hold him off. So far, so good. 5 laps to go this time by. The 11 of Trip Shepard has 2nd position. As a 37 gets into the 19 a little bit. We're going to see if that 37 can snag that position away from the 11J. It's like, as soon as I can find him. There he is. As the 17 of Mason Orendorf has lost his rear wing, so he's going to be falling back a sizable amount because of that rear wing missing. 3 laps to go this time. The 11J is trying to close as much ground as he can on that 41. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough with 2 laps to go. At this point, if we have a caution, I do believe caution laps count. That'll be the race, but it won't matter this time. White flag about to be displayed here at Lanier. Let's see what this 11J has for him. We're going to go on board here. That'll be a negative. The 11J will not be able to get there in time. The 41 will go back-to-back wins here at the Dirt Tour. Your top 3 finishing order will be the 41 of Brooks Petzold and the 11J of Trip Shepard and the 37 of Tyler Davidson. Once again, I do want to apologize on the stream for having to restart it entirely. We were having stream troubles. I think I know how to fix it. So, once again, I do want to apologize for those that were tuning in to the previous one. But I'll make sure to have it fixed for next week. Or sorry, not next week. We're off next week. for the next race at, I do believe, I-55. Let me double check this. I still do apologize for me taking this long. I know it's ridiculous. Sorry, on November 5th, we'll be back at Williams Grove. All right, I want to get the interviews going on here. Joining us here tonight, finishing in third position, we have the 37 of Tyler Davison. Tyler, you had a pretty strong race tonight. Finishing third, we saw you up to second here and there. How would you say the race went for you overall?
It went pretty well. It was good racing. If I could learn to qualify a little better, probably would have went a whole lot better for me. But it was fun. It was a good race to go caution free on that little track. I appreciate everybody for keeping it clean. That was fun.
Well, yeah, it was a pretty exciting race. So going into Williams Grove here in a few weeks, what would you say you're going to do to prepare for that?
I'm gonna have to get some laps in for sure. Big tracks aren't my thing.
Well, usually we got some pretty small tracks here in the Dirt Tour, but you did a good job tonight. We saw you up there in the heat races. Before we let you go here tonight, is there any friends, family, sponsors you would like to thank?
No one too in particular. My dad's watching, so I appreciate him tuning in to watch. Other than that, thank y'all for putting this on, doing the broadcast. That's pretty cool. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out tonight, and we'll see you at Williams Grove.
Yes, sir. We'll see you there.
We're going to wait a few minutes here to see if the other two people join into the voice chat, which I don't know if they will. Yes, they will. I was about to end off the stream if they weren't going to, but we're going to get this underway. Finishing here in second place tonight, we have the 11J of Trip Shepard. Trip, you finished second. You had a great heat race. How do you feel tonight?
I feel pretty good. I would have liked to start it a little more up front in the feature, obviously, but buried myself in qualifying, running the wrong line. But luckily I was able to salvage a third, and then had a little bit of contact early on in the feature, and it all went my way. I just slipped right up through there and got in kind of the lead pack, and we all, I think it was the top four. We all just kind of pulled off from everybody else, was kind of doing our own thing, and I think I hurt myself early there in the race. I was running the bottom, and I just felt like I was running over Brooks, and I was like, I don't want to mess around and hit anybody. And I felt like they were just, we were all going to get cluttered up. I didn't want anything bad to happen. So I started trying to search, move up high and see if maybe there was something up there. And I got a couple runs on Brooks, and I think he heard me and knew I was getting those runs. And he moved up, and he scared the crap out of me when he moved up, because I almost hit him and I had to snatch it low. And, I just tucked back in, and me and I think it's the 37, we had some good racing going on there. I got into him a little bit on the low side. I wasn't trying to at all. I actually think it was a little bit of net code there a couple times, but I was able to stay in front of him, and I told myself, I was like, if I get back in third, I'm not going back up there, because every time I went up there, people on the inside were getting runs on me, and I know I was just burning my tires up there. And honestly, I think that's what bit me at the end of the race. I think Brooks had done a better job at saving his equipment, and he had a little more grip than I did, and I just didn't have enough to get around him. I could keep pace with him there at the end, but I couldn't really. I wasn't gaining on him none at all for sure.
Yeah, we saw you battling up there with 37, and you know, we saw you try to snag the lead a few times from the 41 and I think it was like the 17.
Yeah.
But other than that, you did a good job in the heats and in the main events, and thankfully it went caution free again. So, what are you going to be doing to start preparing for Williams Grove when we go to it here in a few weeks?
If you want to know the truth, I ain't got a clue, cause me and Williams Grove don't go together. But I may have to get a few practice laps in there between now and then. I know this one I basically came in blindfolded. I got on here at like right at 8 o'clock and didn't have any. I had an update, so it messed my freaking calibrations up. It took me 20 minutes to get the feel of everything back right, and I even in qualifying, I still felt that it wasn't right. But I finally settled in and found my groove, in the heat and in the feature. But
Yeah.
I feel at this track that I get a lot better when it slicks off. I would much rather race this track slick.
Well, once again, you did a great job here tonight. Before we go here tonight, is there going to be any friends, family, sponsors you'd like to thank?
Like last week, keep it short and simple. I ain't got nobody, but other than Devin Cole or Cincy with 51 Designs. If you need a wrap, that's your guy. He's the best in the game for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out here tonight, and we'll see you next time at Williams Grove.
All right, see y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. Finishing first tonight for the back-to-back wins, we'll be having the 41 Brooks Petzold join us here in the booth. Finishing first for back-to-back wins, we have the 41 Brooks Petzold. Brooks, back-to-back wins. How do you feel about that?
Feels pretty good. I didn't really practice, so I was kind of like, well, whatever happens, happens. So, but I did have the mentality of definitely save your tires, especially since we had extra fuel. I knew these cars are probably going to wear out the tires a little bit more, especially on this track. This track's pretty abrasive, this red clay. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, I did want to go to the top more, but at the same time, I was like, man, I'd rather just kind of let whoever pass me early, and then I'll just pass them back with more tire at the end, which is pretty much what happened. But it seemed like a pretty tight battle. I mean, I don't run a mirror. I don't know who runs a mirror in here, but I personally don't. I haven't done it for a long time, but I was definitely hearing Tripp behind me. I knew he was rolling on the bottom pretty good, but I didn't know how close he was. So I knew he definitely was moving. But yeah, there's a few times I got in the 17. I really wasn't meaning to do that. Like we were trying to pass I think the M car. He was a lap car, and I thought he had cleared him on the top, and he didn't. And I mean, I just kind of smoked him, and I did not mean to do that. So apologies for that. But I don't know. Overall, besides that, I definitely enjoyed it. This track's pretty racy, so yeah.
So, which we saw you up there battling not only the 17, but all the other guys. You did a great job with that, and especially throughout the heat races. Going into Williams Grove, how would you say you would be preparing for that race?
I'll definitely be practicing because I suck at that track. So, very long straightaways, very low sweep banking corners. I mean, it's really going to be really hard to run those laps. It's so hard to run laps consistently in late models there. I mean, like you got to enter the bottom perfect every time, and you've got to enter the top perfect every time. There's not really a happy medium anywhere on that track. I mean, if you're out of the line, you're out of the line. So I'm definitely going to run some laps. Probably maybe a little bit tonight just to prepare for it. But definitely will be a fun show because I don't think many people run late models in Williams Grove, so I definitely think it'll be pretty fun to watch.
Well, yeah, from what I can remember from Williams Grove, it does provide a pretty good show sometimes. Well, before we let you go here tonight, is there any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Oh yeah, definitely like to thank Turf Solutions, as well as Hustlers Mowing. Definitely check them out if you're in the Texas area. Um, besides that, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Remnant Racing and Trip. As I said, me and Trip been running together for a long time, so I had a lot of fun running with him again tonight. But besides that, thank y'all for hosting the event. I mean, it's been a killer event. Everybody's been clean, and nobody's really hated each other, so that's definitely been awesome. So it's not normal to see that, so I've definitely been enjoying that. But besides that, that's about everything. But yeah, thank you all again for hosting it. I do appreciate it.
No problem. And thanks for coming out, and we'll see you at Williams Grove in a few weeks.
Yep, for sure, y'all.
All right, that's going to do it here tonight for the Bonehead Racing Dirt Tour at Lanier. I do want to apologize once again for the whole streaming issue. I'm going to have it fixed for next week, going into Williams Grove here in a few weeks. So thanks again for coming out tonight, guys. I do apologize once again, and I know it's not acceptable. So I will get it fixed for the next race, and we'll see you for round number 6 at Williams Grove.